Hello everyone, my name is Jamin. Thanks so much for visiting my channel. In this video, I have a Dell Vostro 3590. I'm going to show you how to get inside, access your storage. So first thing, power down your computer the correct way, make sure it's off and unplugged from your charger. We're then going to flip your computer over to access our bottom case screws. Now there's quite a lot of screws on this bottom case. We're going to take them all up. Especially remember to take up this one. This is the CD screw. After you take up that screw, you'll be able to pull out your CD-ROM drive here. Now be careful because this plastic piece can come off and break if you try to pull it off too hard or the incorrect way. What I do is I take a small flat pry tool and I slide it inside this seam right here and then firmly but carefully push this straight to the side to slide it out. And again, be careful because if you do it wrong, you can break this plastic piece. After taking out those screws and your CD-ROM drive, some of you may have two more screws located here. Don't forget those because this is very thin plastic, and if you try to rip this bottom case off without doing that, you can break this area. After all the screws are gone, you're going to take a small, flat, preferably plastic pry tool and go across the seam of the bottom case all the way around and remove it from your computer. It's generally easiest to start up here near one of the two hinge assemblies in these corners. If you get stuck in a certain area, stop, go to the other direction, and work your way in the other direction. Also, don't put the pry tool too far in. You could damage some internal components. Keep it on the edge, go careful and slow but firm, and you'll be able to get that bottom case off. After the bottom case is removed, this is what you're looking at for the inside of the computer. As a general computer repair side note, whenever I'm working on a computer in my shop, it's sitting on an anti-static mat. Either that or an anti-static bracelet are great ideas to avoid damaging anything in your computer when you're working on it. If you would like any help with tools or supplies for your computer project, as well as any replacement or upgrade parts for this specific model computer, I will have a link above, also below in the description, and that will be a list of all the tools and supplies I use, plus all the replacement and upgrade parts for this model computer. Now, before I touch anything inside a computer, I always remove or at least unplug my battery. A computer is safest to work on when as little power as possible is running through it. The battery is screwed down by these 4 screws, and it plugs into the motherboard right here. There's a 2-sided battery connector cable. It plugs into the motherboard and it plugs into the battery. You can unplug it from either place. To unplug it from the motherboard, which may be the easiest option, you would pull this black tape back, exposing the battery plug. And as with any wires or cables in a computer, we try to avoid pulling on the wires if at all possible. We just manipulate the plug because sometimes wires can break and come out of the plug when we pull on them. So this plug right here, you'll notice it has a grip on either side. Makes it very easy to grip it and pull it out with your fingernails or a pry tool to jimmy it out of that port right there. Okay, so now that the battery has been removed or at least unplugged, it's safer to proceed into the computer. You have 2 storage locations here. You have an M.2 solid state drive port right here, and then you have a normal SATA 2.5-inch hard drive slot right here. As for the solid state drive port, again, you have a single M.2 port right here. You would plug it in there, and you would hold it down here and put that screw in right there. This also takes the shorter size solid state drives. You would just move the screw to this location here, so you can use a 2230 or the full size 2280s. Most of you will have this port empty when you buy the computer. This is just for an upgrade. So below in the description, in that list I told you about with all the replacement and upgrade parts for the Dell Vostro 3590, I will have 2 options for solid state drives. I will have one that's a 500 gigabyte, and I will have a 1 terabyte size if you guys are looking to add some storage with this port right here. On this side of your computer, you have the standard SATA, SATA, that refers this connection right here, that takes 2.5-inch hard drives or solid state drives. So along with those solid state drive recommendations for the M.2 port, I will have a couple hard drive replacement options, but I will also have some solid state drive replacement options. They do make solid state drives to fit this 2.5-inch SATA port. And as you may or may not be aware, solid state drives, they're faster than hard drives. They break less often. So if you're here to upgrade your storage, try not only adding an M.2 drive, but try upgrading this hard drive to a solid state drive as well. The way to get this out, you have these 4 screws near the red arrows. That will take the hard drive up inside of its hard drive caddy. The caddy is the metal frame here that holds the hard drive in place. After you remove that, there'll be 2 more screws on each side, 2 on this long side, 2 on this long side, and that will get the hard drive out of the caddy. Then you can put a new drive into that caddy before screwing it down. The SATA connection ribbon cable plugs in here to the motherboard. If you are replacing or upgrading your hard drive or solid state drive, you most likely will need to install an operating system to the new one. I will have 2 video links below in the description. One will show you how to install Windows 10 onto a Dell. The other will show you how to install Windows 11 onto a Dell. And if you're doing this operation because your old drive has failed, if you do want to attempt a data recovery on a bad drive, that can be very expensive if you send it out to companies. You're looking at a minimum of $500 all the way to a couple grand. If you want help trying to attempt a data recovery yourself, check out my link below in the description, and I show you some ways that you can try yourself rather than sending it out for that kind of money. If you are looking to take this up for any reason or replace it, bear one thing in mind with these type of ribbon cable connectors. They are very fragile and easily broken. So I'll explain why. You see in these type of ribbon cable connectors here, and these two, these clips, this white clip here, the white clip here, the black clip here, they open and shut like a book cover. They'll open from the bottom and the hinges are on top. The way you would operate this is take a very small flat pry tool, slide it underneath that clip, pop it up very carefully. That will release the ribbon cable. And then to put it back down, you slide it in there and put that ribbon cable clip back down to secure it. If you break that movable clip, you're probably not going to find a replacement. So your next option is to replace your motherboard because the ribbon cable won't ever be able to fasten in there very securely. So be very careful if you're operating those. But that's the end of this video, how to get inside your Vostro 3590 and access your storage. Thanks again so much for watching. Please remember to like and share if this helped you out, if you think it can help someone else out. And feel free to subscribe if you enjoy DIY computer content like this, or if you just want to keep me on hand to answer any of your future computer questions. I do try to answer all questions throughout my channel at least a couple times a day. Also, feel free to check out the related links section below in the description. From time to time, I do try to add things in there that I think will help you with your general computer life, make it more productive, more enjoyable. So thanks again for watching, everyone. I look forward to seeing you on my next video.